sometimes it can be a little bit bad because like you'll be sitting there standing in the elevator and then the elevator go boom and like two dudes will just get on the elevator jock straps and you'll be like,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like
This is my floor. Happy New Year and welcome back to the Playbook. I'm your host, Lion, joined by my co-host, Mr. Ian Doc Smith. How are you fellas doing today?
Doing awesome.
Outstanding, gentlemen. Just happy to be here in 2024.
Yep.
Doc, I understand we are not alone today. Who do we have in studio today?
Oh, when you said we're not alone, you scared me. I thought it was like somebody broken out. I was like,
The
what?
spirit
behind
is
you?
with
Or
us.
some old X-File.
you
I was
feel
like,
it?
hold up. Because I'm gonna just tell you right now, unlike in the other horror movies, black people, I'm black. I'm a real black person. That's why I get real black. I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm not trying to save the house.
mean,
I'm gonna take my cat.
You know the black ones are the ones that go first.
And that's because they even play in horror movies.
In this case, does it go by shades?
Yeah, right, exactly. Hey, bro, because shit.
Yo,
I think I'm the darkest one. This week we have a very special guest. We have my brother Ben in the house.
What up, Ben?
What's up? What's happening, man?
Happy to have you. Sorry, Doc. Go ahead.
No, man, that's all. You could take it. You guys already. Everybody knows him. You know what I'm saying? So, he's also become quite the aficionado in terms of our subject matter today, which happens to be cruising.
That's right. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to give some insight and also some stories on cruising. I'm going to throw it real quick to Ben because you just recently came off of a cruise, and tell us what it was and what your thoughts are on the cruise.
man, I just came off the MSC.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. That like there's no other word for it. It's like it starts at the beginning and just
So break it down. What does crazy? Is it crazy good, crazy bad? What's going on?
Wait, hold up. I know what he's going to tell you, but I'm just going to tell you. It's crazy enough where I remember speaking to him from the ship where he was considering trying to charter a flight off the island that he was on and not get back on the ship. So
It was that bad.
yep.
It was all right. So what made it so bad? Like when you first got on the ship, how was and we don't. Let's start from the beginning because we know the embarkation can be crazy. There's some cruise lines that do it better than others. And for people that don't know the embarkation, am I saying it right? Is when you get on the ship, when everybody gets on the ship, is a little bit different from what I hear in the U.S. according to to Europe. But in the U.S., you have a couple thousand people, depending upon the size of the ship, that are trying to get on to the ship at the same time. So it has to be organized correctly, or else it's complete chaos. How was that for you?
So starting off, like we're gonna start at the beginning.
Yeah.
The reason I decided to go MSC was because of value.
Uh-huh.
I had already had a cruise plan. It was supposed to be really nice. Everything was going to be top notch,
Right.
but it was going to be short.
Okay.
It was like an introductory to boat. The ship was just, for the first time going out. So my first thought was, you know what? Let me just
I don't know about-
let me squeeze a little bit of extra vacation out this joint.
Yeah.
MSC. MSC got me with the price.
There it
That's
is.
where it first started. And I was, hey, you know what? It's a couple of days. It was 7 days. And I mean,
I'm not
it was-
gloating, but
it was,
if it seems too good to be true,
7 days.
it might be too good to be true.
yeah, it was like 7 days for like $25 a day or something. I mean, it was something.
That's crazy.
Look,
Those are Walmart
crackhead
prices.
prices.
hey, I thought it was a glitch. I
Those
thought
are
it was a
Walmart
glitch
prices.
in the
Sign me up.
Matrix. So I was trying to take advantage. You know what I'm saying? I just had no idea it was going to take advantage of me.
No
Oh,
good,
my
no
God.
good deed goes unpunished. There you go.
That's right. Overall, I did my research. I picked a ship that was only like 2 years old. So I'm like, this bad boy should still smell like, you know what I'm saying? Like new tennis.
New
you know what I'm
ship.
saying? Yeah, this got the new ship smell should still be, flowing off this thing. Well, I got to the port that day. We were all like extra excited, I'm thinking about the fact that I just took this cruise for the crackhead price. I beat the Matrix, stood outside. everything looked like it was gonna go good.
Yeah.
But there was just like this long line, and I've never seen a line this long. But I just assumed, things happen. I'm trying when you first go on a cruise, you have to kind of like shake off your everyday.
That's right.
It
takes a minute to get in cruise mode.
Correct.
We'll explain cruise mode in a
correct.
minute.
So you got to take off everything that happened, the driving, the travel, the packing. You get there and it's like, okay, well, you know what? This is a long line, but let's take a little moment to get this thing started. Lo and behold, the first hour had passed.
Yeah.
It started raining. Nobody was telling us anything. We were just kind of like standing around.
Mm-hmm.
The second hour passed. We're still just standing in line. The line's not moving. Like I haven't moved 3 steps in 2 hours.
In 2 hours.
In 2 hours. There's three steps I haven't moved. Yeah.
No, that's a problem.
I can still see my luggage where I dropped it off with the porter. Like I'm looking at it.
And they haven't brought it onto the ship
No,
either?
nobody
Yo.
moved nothing. So I mean like, this is interesting.
Because even on Carnival, which is the fun ship and, more cost effective than most, 2 hours, your luggage is on, you've gotten on.
right.
Yeah, you're
You've
damn near on.
unpacked your stuff, it's been at your room.
Yeah, for people that haven't gone on cruise ships, like 2 hours standing in line waiting to go on a ship is bad. And it's a bad sign for what's to come.
Yeah.
But it was so cheap. I want to say it was.
I mean, $25 a day.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
$25.
You could. I mean, you can't be mad if they
gotta
barely
try
serve
it
you
out.
food.
That's like a double nugget meal at
Man,
McDonald's.
if it was
you
a
know what I'm
Taco
saying?
Bell restaurant at the place, that's the only food you were eating. That's still $25 a day. That's still a bargain.
Well, you know what you get, what you pay for.
Hey, we thank you for your sacrifice that you're here
Taking
to tell
one for
us
the
the
team,
story.
baby.
Man.
Now we know.
MSC is not what you want to do, man. After
So-
hour 3, that's where it got ugly. 'Cause
Okay.
people started passing out.
Passing out?
Yeah, if you stand for too long, you can pass out.
I mean, it's 3 hours in Miami heat.
Oh,
it
yeah.
it was just getting to that point. Like any cruise, there's going to be a diverse amount of people, the age and demographics.
Mm-hmm.
Old people was just dropping like flies.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm not laughing at him, I'm laughing with him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Don't
like
laugh at them because they fell and they can't get up.
Hey,
Don't do that, man.
Trace.
That's messed up.
Hey,
That's
hey
wrong.
Trace, you can see it like in the movies where their head starts shaking first before they get
Man.
You saw it happen.
We lost
in real
another one. Oh my gosh.
Man, and like I always
They
tell
traveled so
everybody,
far not to get on the ship.
if you go on MSC after you hear this, then you get what you get.
All right, so you get on. How long did it take you to get on the ship?
4 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Did they give you a free drink when you got on the ship for waiting for so long?
They barely got us on the ship.
They barely got you on the ship. Wow.
Yeah, so we were supposed to leave at 4 o'clock, and it left at 7 o'clock at night.
Holy crap!
Dude,
they were
I've
late.
never been on a
for-
cruise ship that left late.
Yeah, that was. It was
That's
it
a
was,
bad
When
sign.
we left, it was dark.
That is
Okay,
even
but-
worse.
The dinner service had already started, and they were still doing embarkation.
Let me ask you, were you still hoping it was going to be a good trip at that point?
Line was like, did you still have hope? Did you
I
still
was
have
like,
faith?
I would have been like, now if I trust this place, I don't know.
No, because again, it's like I pay. I know I got another good trip coming after this. So
Right.
it's just like
We'll
like
talk about that
sometimes things just happen.
3 hours late. I would be very skeptical. Like I would be.
My biggest
already
fear
perturbed.
is, am I going to have to poop in plastic bags? That would be my biggest fear.
No.
Well, you know what? See, you already got that in your mind, bro. There's a lot of other places you can poop besides in a plastic bag. You can figure out something else. That seems like that's a little work.
I
don't
never
know
thought
if I
about the
have to-
logistics. So.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if we're gonna bring up pooping in bags, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out something else. You're gonna come in the bathroom. I'll be sitting over the
I would
sink.
not.
I'll just be sitting in the sink. You'll be like, Ben, what are you doing?
No, but
man?
there's been
You wanna get outta
stories.
here, dog.
There's been stories of like the
happens.
plumbing going bad.
They'll give
and
you
it's-
bags to
yeah.
poop on because the plumbing goes bad.
Man, I'm not.
Where you gonna poop it in the aisle?
I'll figure it out.
Now, do you know
guys
what
gonna
cruise,
think
what cruise line this happened
That
on?
was Carnival, actually.
Didn't it get stuck in when there's the ship broke?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had like
Yeah.
a
Those
fire or something like
Man,
that. Was that it?
if you Google
I don't know.
it, they call it the poop cruise. It was so bad that they renamed the ship. Like
Ben's gonna sit on the edge of the little balcony.
Yeah.
And just open the bag.
Hold my hands.
I'm gonna Google the poop cruise
Google,
now.
Hold my
Google
hands.
it. When you
Oh
Google it,
my
you'll see it's called.
Now,
the
wait,
poop-
let me-
if
let me
you
ask
Google
you-
poop cruise. It'll come.
Were
up
you on the
easily.
cruise? Now we're gonna talk about some of these other cruises as we go on, but we've done, and I'm just trying to remember. I know we've done half a dozen plus cruises together now.
We done, yeah. A
Yeah.
lot.
But were we on that cruise together that they called the cruise to nowhere? Was that us?
No.
Or was
we
Darlene on
went
that
to
one?
every destination, thankfully.
No, there was one that was called the cruise to nowhere because it was a hurricane and it was a beautiful cruise, but we went like to their island and then we couldn't cruise. Ben, were you on that one?
No, that was I think that was before me because Darlene was on that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That was,
Darlene.
I was here.
So our other cruise partners,
Yeah.
Darlene and Brian, shout out to the Balducci Perry family.
Yeah.
They
I'm
actually-
sorry. I thought you said the bald douchey.
Hey,
It did. It did. I mean,
Darlene, he messed up your maiden name. It
I
wasn't
knew what
me.
he was saying,
It wasn't me.
But you know what?
No.
That was very close.
Darlene Balducci,
I was like,
married
hold on,
Brian
there's-
Perry.
The bald douchey family out there.
So yeah, they actually didn't want that because so what happened was actually it was some kind of storm, but
Right.
but it was behind us, so we had beautiful seas, the most calm seas ever, and we went to their island, and it was beautiful.
Wow.
But every other port we went to, we couldn't dock, so it basically was like sea days, and back, and it was a great. But like it's either Royal Caribbean or Carnival, but the people on the cruise line also refer to it as the cruise to nowhere.
Getting back to your experience with MSC.
Okay, so it took you 4 hours and 20 minutes to get
4
on, and they're
hours to get
serving
on.
dinner.
And what's your review of the food? How was it?
Customer service, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Customer service was probably the worst I've also experienced.
So,
And
so in a 1 to
Awesome.
10, a 0 to 10, what were you putting it?
so 10 being the best and 1 being the
Correct.
worst.
0 being the worst.
It was -2.
-2.
Oh, damn.
-2.
Anything in particular that pissed you off, or was it cumulative?
So as far as food is concerned, let's see. When you see a salad and it's a hot dog salad,
A hot dog salad.
oh yeah, it was
I'm
it
Dominican.
was hot dogs
I've-
chopped up
I've never
with
heard that
onions and
before.
mayonnaise, and it was like
I've never heard that before, sir.
it was sitting up proud too. It was like hot dog salad.
I'm not gonna be real with you though. I might eat that.
And apparently,
I might.
apparently that they're catering to you. Apparently,
Yo, I would be
because
like,
I was appalled.
Yeah,
I was-
hot dog salad. What?
Listen, yo, I was like, yo, it's not that bad.
No, I
But yeah,
wouldn't
get it
need
for
a
the
hot
cruise.
dog salad. I
So-
wouldn't eat that.
So because the buffet was so bad, I decided to go to the Mexican restaurant that was on the ship and order some tacos and just, some street tacos. Let me get some different flavors.
He sent me a picture of this taco.
Man, first out, the taco was like literally the size.
He's
of
not exaggerating.
was
I was like,
literally
what is that?
this
Like,
big.
is it a novelty
It wasn't even
taco?
tapas.
Wow.
It was like amazing.
From the kids menu.
It looked like
Insulting kids. Yeah.
Goddamn. It's
it
silver
was-
dollar tacos.
And it was the chicken from the buffet. Like you could smell the Indian.
Oh, they
like
had
tandoori.
it.
Yeah,
it's
they
like when
just
you go to
like,
Burger
we-
King
yeah,
and
we-
they do the onion rings with the French fries
Yeah,
or
we ain't
whatever.
gonna
You
waste
can-
this chicken. We just gonna take this. Whatever chicken didn't come off the buffet, we're gonna put it in tacos
Oh,
now.
And then
But they-
wasn't the taco like a not included restaurant? So you had to pay.
Yeah, you were paying for that. It was like
Oh,
$4 or
wow.
$5 a little taco. Yeah, it was horrible.
Do you pay though?
I mean,
He
I
had
did,
to.
but
He
I-
still
I-
was-
I
he-
mean, I did, and I just walked away. The guy was like, "You don't want anything else?" I was like, "No, I'm good." Because like these are, I can literally.
There was
smell.
no single plate of food that was decent. Like
So
the lettuce. Was the lettuce okay? Was it burned?
The lettuce was here's the problem with MSC's food. So it's kind of like they're smashing some things from America and then a lot of things from Europe,
Yeah.
and then they're trying to also facilitate other people's dietary restrictions, but they don't do it with class or style. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, well, if he eats baked beans and lox, and he eats hot dogs, and they eat French fries, let's just mix it and make a
French fry,
fries,
lox,
hot dogs, and beans.
Beans casserole.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
No,
then
that
everybody will
sounds
be
good.
happy.
Oh my
Casserole?
God.
That
See,
sounds
there,
good.
man. Okay.
I'm thinking barbecue beans.
Say,
and then,
look,
some
beans and hot dogs make sense, but not French fries
Well,
and
I might
and
be able to
lox.
get you
Yeah.
booked on a nice
Yeah.
little cruise. I think you're gonna
So-
enjoy yourself, Harold. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Nah, I might
So-
eat the hot dog salad. 'Cause I'm on a diet, but
So
Embarkation went horrible. I'm super tired. My legs hurting a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little
Yeah.
old. So after 4.5 hours just doing the lean to the lean,
Yep,
I
we all
I
old.
sat on the concrete for a little bit. It got kind of painful. Got up to my room. We opened up the door. it appears like it's nice
Uh-huh.
at first joint. When you start looking, I'm like, what is all these little red speckles everywhere?
Oh no. Yeah,
I was like, what
I
is
forgot
this?
about.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm looking, but what is that?
Somebody murdered.
That's yeah. It's like this is blood spatter here.
It's blood spatter, Lion.
So you know,
It really was blood spatter.
I am literally one of those people who I bring 3 to 4 suitcases whenever I cruise. I can't lie.
Runs in the family.
I was waiting for it.
Runs in the family.
So I keep a little bottle of peroxide. I pour it, and the little splatters bubble.
Oh no, so it wasn't clean.
Nah, that was straight up blood. The peroxide
Wow.
was eating it up. Like
They missed it.
So I called downstairs. Hey, there's a little blood in my room. I just would like someone to come and clean it. Oh, for sure. We'll get somebody. Give me a couple of minutes. Nobody shows for an hour. So they tell me I need to go down and do my muster drill so we could leave.
Right.
I'm like, well, okay. Well, hopefully you come and clean the room. We go to the muster drill. That was a whole nother ordeal.
I bet.
That was a super.
That's why you
big
left at
ordeal.
7.
Right. That was another ordeal trying to get to the muster. Came back from the muster. Room hasn't been cleaned. Call back. Well, we'll definitely clean it. We're sorry about the inconvenience. You can just lay on those sheets tonight, and tomorrow morning we'll.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Sorry, I'm not doing it.
Not even remotely wrapping up how much of a horrible experience it was. What I can say is there any version of me ever sailing on MSC again? Maybe.
Are you serious?
Really?
Maybe.
That's sorry. You sound like domestic violence victim that's going back to the.
Hey, Blake.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Yeah.
Right,
it's-
right.
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pose this question to you.
If someone gave you crackhead prices for a cruise.
Well, that's what I'm gonna pose it to Rico Suave over here, okay? And I know he's gonna come up with some big ordeal. But let's just say you're tired, you're burnt out, you're on the road, and you see a Motel 6. You're a JW dude, Mr. JW over here, aka.
I sleep in the car.
See, I know that's what he's
sleep
about.
in the car.
I know that's what he's
I
about to
sleep in the
say.
car.
But
I can't
if
do-
I see a Motel 6, I'm super tired. I'm just gonna shower real quick. I'm gonna step. When I do my steps, I'm gonna step on my towel. Just get a little rest in, get a little laid back.
Well, I think I might surprise you though. Sometimes I soldier up if I need to. I just go into soldier mode, like I'm on a field training exercise. I've slept in the woods, I slept in tents, I slept on the ground.
Probably cleaning in that room.
So that's the difference. So for me, it's gonna be like, I'm not gonna hate on Motel 6 because I have some good memories when I was a youngster growing up. My boys, we take a road trip across the country and crash out in the Motel 6, like 2 double beds and stuff, joining rooms. It'd be 4 of us, one in each bed, kicking it, talking junk, whatever. Good old my army buddies from back in the day. But like, if the hotel is just no frills and it feels clean, then okay.
Right.
But if it feels like there's a sanitation issue,
Right.
and I don't know what might crawl out from under the bed or what,
Exactly.
right? And former federal agent, I have an alternate light source downstairs for travel that I could throw in my suitcase. You don't want to do that in every hotel you walk into, but you can travel if it's going to be questionable with an alternate light source. Like I said, you don't always want to see what's in the room that you can't see. But so, yeah,
Let me stop you right there, Doc. You know what they say the dirtiest thing in the hotel room is?
the human mouth.
No,
I was gonna go somewhere else.
Besides a human, but like the dirtiest thing in the room, like that has.
Oh,
like
the stuff that they don't wash all the time. The comforter, any of the accent pillows, the chairs,
Man,
that stuff.
you
know what it is?
What
You
is
know
it?
what it is?
No, what is it? The doorknob? What is it?
It's the remote.
Oh, I never watched
But I ain't
it.
about to
They-
watch no TV.
No,
I'm
but
just trying to get some
no,
tiddly winks.
But I'm
son.
saying after they do whatever they do, it's the remote.
But
they go.
But see, that's why we're going back to the Ritz-Carlton, because every Ritz-Carlton I stay in, especially post-pandemic,
it's wiped and in a bag.
it's in a bag.
Yep. Yeah. So,
Okay,
Just a side
first
note.
off, all y'all a little bougie, man. Come on with it. Come on now, y'all get bougie.
I can
with
rough it if I need to, but here's the thing.
Nah.
man.
But I'm not gonna rough it on
I done
vacation,
seen
though.
all y'all old pictures. y'all done laid on some stuff that wasn't
I
Motel
draw
6.
with a little bottle of Lysol, and I just spray wherever I'm gonna.
Lion has a good eye. You know,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
bring your own
Man,
disinfectant.
you ain't gotta do all that. I sleep on my clothes. Like I would just lay down. I put a t-shirt over my blanket, over the pillow.
But then you're
and I'm-
taking that home with you because you're gonna lay on top of that. That's gonna get this. You're gonna
Man,
put it.
okay.
Yeah, just throw it
And the
Y'all
suitcase
acting
gonna stay
real
dirty if you
bougie
don't wash
right
it.
now.
I've slept in
It's
chairs before.
I'm
just
So-
contaminated the whole house.
If it's in question, though, I'm going to sleep in the car, like you said. I know the
Yeah.
cars come down. But here's the thing. Okay, so all that aside, fast forwarding, the problem with that is, and you know how I feel about this, I am not, I can either rough it, or if I'm not roughing it, I can appreciate the finer things in life. But I'm not going to go, but I expect a certain level of service
Right.
and sanitation, health and wellness, stuff. And if,
$25 a day.
yeah, see, but I wouldn't, bro. And see, that's where you can call me bougie,
Yeah, 'cause
because I'm not doing
Doc-
a $25 a day
Doc
cruise.
would've-
So I say this to say is that I'm not going to skimp on. There's certain things I won't skimp on, and I'm not skimping on tires. And part of that comes because I started driving in Germany. My wife and I just came back from an amazing trip where we flew into Spain and drove 1,200 miles through Spain
Wow.
from Barcelona to Valencia to Alicante to Malaga and Marbella, and then to Lisbon, Portugal. Right? It was nice being back in Europe driving because I started driving in Germany on the Autobahn. Right?
Right.
And the entire time, and we've digressed, but we're just going to talk about this real quick. The entire time there, I saw no garbage on the road. I saw no road alligators, no tires. 1,200 miles through two countries, the shit we see every 2 blocks in America, in Florida, I didn't see any of that. You don't see cars with duct tape on them because they're not allowed. They're illegal, right? You don't see cars with like headlights and taillights out or like fenders missing because it's illegal. That thing is ingrained in me from a safety perspective, which is good because I drive a little bit aggressive. So I need the safety of solid
little
tires.
bit.
Yeah. So
And for the record, I drive aggressive. Tracy drives more aggressive than me, but we won't say anything. I'm
Going
a
back
fan,
to the
though.
cruises.
He's got skill. Getting back to the
Going back to
cruises.
the
Okay,
cruises.
You
so-
just went on a cruise line. Please tell us your thoughts. What was it? Where'd you go? All that good stuff.
On the second one, right?
okay, so we went with Ben. It was Ben's birthday. So his birthday's
'Cause
about
Ben
a month
was
before
balling out.
mine.
Go
Right.
ahead.
So him and his girl doing back-to-back cruises. But I think this second cruise was a rehab catharsis from the first one because we sailed on a maiden voyage of the Celebrity Accent.
Hey, Ben, what's this? $25 a day?
We was with Diddy over here for them.
Hold on. Not
I-
Diddy.
I-
Not Diddy. Not Diddy.
Not Diddy.
Not Diddy.
Not
Not
Diddy.
Diddy. We're going to take that out.
The pre one, pre all the
There
other
was
stuff.
there was no pre.
There was no
What he was
It all
puffy.
started-
Well,
it
before
always
people
is.
knew.
No.
Oh, damn right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, we're taking that out.
Not like that.
Dang.
Not like that.
Okay, so not him.
Yeah.
Okay.
More like Usher.
First off, I knew I would.
I don't even-
I knew I would
Who
never hit
knows?
the end of it if I brought him on some old, Motel 6 cruise. So
Yeah.
nah, the accent.
He wouldn't
was-
have gone with you. He
it
would have
was-
been like, I'll catch you next
Nah,
time.
he done went.
For you.
He went for me.
Be
but
like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went for you on the island.
yeah,
But you know he would have had to hear about it for
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of our
His eyes
lives.
would've
Like, man, Ben,
He'll fly to the
the only
island.
reason why I'm on this shitty cruise is because
look at this bullshit, man. Look at this. This is a shit show.
I'm not even going to let them mess up my chi right now. I'm a book a session at the spot.
Oh damn, he's been hanging out with me a long time too now. Man.
Yeah, nah, it was dope, man. It was everything that a cruise could be and more. Like it was actually, to be honest, because I've been on a lot of cruises. I'm talking maybe 30.
Wow.
It was the best cruise I've ever been on.
Uh-huh. Why so?
Everything top notch. It was like cruising to heaven.
How was the rooms?
The most cleanest. What would you say?
Yeah,
cleanest, most beautiful, well equipped. We had butler
Yeah.
service. Like
Yeah, now what he did was we upgraded things. You can do like one of the big suites on Carnival, but when you do a suite, you get more space, and that's kind of it.
it's
You don't
the
get a
same
lot of extra stuff. When you do a suite on like Celebrity or Norwegian, like on Celebrity, we did this section called the Retreat. It's a separate section, so you have your own restaurants your own stuff that's away from the masses. You could do the masses stuff
From their own wash masses. Okay. I
from
got
the
you.
commoners. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. From you know, so that's what's kind of cool. So we stayed in a retreat. So you have like a separate like area on deck, separate pools. You can do stuff with everybody else, or you can do this other stuff. And it also gives you like access to other restaurants or VIP access to the
All
shows.
the shows, everything. When you walk up to the show, they look at your little lanyard or they look at your card and be like,
this way.
And what's so crazy is they learn your name, son. Like, it's people I didn't even know. They be like, Mr. Spillman, this way.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, on a boat.
Customer
I am
service.
somebody, goddammit.
Like, ain't
Right.
nobody on Carnival talking about Mr. Spillman. Please move away from the ice cream machine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
too
that
busy
was
getting-
funny. Yeah, somebody tried to do self-serve ice cream, and the guy just politely was like, "Just for your information, the ice cream is not self-serve, but we have somebody." It was like
That was really
versus
good.
on
That was
another
really good.
ship, they'd have been like,
Move away from the ice cream.
right, hey,
Stop it.
Hey,
Tyrone.
sir, over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Hey, baby.
Tyrone Biggles.
baby.
Yeah,
What you doing up at this time?
yeah.
too
So,
funny.
so it was an amazing crew. You know, the shows were fantastic. The food was great. The customer service was amazing. The shopping. The only people that I've been on a cruise ship that rivals Celebrity is
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
I know.
Because you know
they're owned by the same company. By
same
the way.
yeah,
They're part of
and that's
Royal
why
Surprise,
you know
surprise.
Royal
Yeah.
Caribbean. You know was last cruise that E and I did together.
Yep.
Which one was it? Oasis.
Wonder of the Sea.
Wonder of the Sea. Yeah. The shows on Celebrity were fantastic. The totality of everything was really good. And getting on and off the ship was freaking amazing. Because to me, that's where I start judging. Not only did they, and again, that you know, a good ship, Royal Caribbean does that even when you're not staying in a suite.
Right.
They get you on and when your appointment, it's very smooth.
Yep.
But if you're staying in a suite, on Royal Caribbean, it's a little bit of a bump for it, but Celebrity's really where you see it. And Norwegian is another cruise line. Norwegian has
See, you
the
like
Haven.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like Norwegian. I didn't like Norwegian. I didn't like the food.
That's one of the cool things about if you do a spa suite on Carnival or if you do a spa suite on Royal Caribbean, sometimes if you like the spa, it gives you significant discounts off treatments and stuff like that. Where
Right.
it's definitely if you're going to use the spa, it's definitely worth it. And especially like make sure that your cruise line does it. But like the spa has all these amenities, and if you're and sometimes they're anywhere. Like on the last ship we were just on Celebrity, they were like $60-$80 a day to use it if you wanted to use it.
Rare,
And
yeah.
if you otherwise had it included in your suite, where our suite, it's included. So sometimes if you're paying extra for the suite or the room, if you're going to use the other amenities that come with it, it may be worth it to do
yeah,
that.
and you go
Because the
ahead.
amenity was bar none. We had all the free alcohol. We had, like you said, the spa. You can go in and out of that. We had our own restaurant. Like there were so many amenities. Actually, to be honest, a lot of stuff like I was drinking. I don't really drink like that. I was just ordering stuff. I was like, let me get a highball. Just try the low ball. Let me get a whiskey sour. I'm just trying stuff because it's
'Cause
all
free.
Yeah, it's just free.
You gotta
It's
love
just-
it.
Yeah, let me
Without
get
paying for the extra alcohol package, it's all part of the
it's all
suite
part of the
package.
word.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
all
so
part
you
of
get this, so you get this suite and you get all these other amenities that come with it that kind of like balance out what you paid for to an extent. You
I'm
know,
out here allegedly bringing alcohol into the ship, and you guys are buying for package.
well, I didn't buy the package. I would never buy the package because I don't really drink like that.
Yeah, Doc doesn't drink like that.
But it's
Allegedly, I bring
Allegedly.
some myself. Allegedly.
say
You
say
be having
nothing,
a-
lying.
you-
Keep
when
it
you-
secret.
When,
keep
when
it
you
secret.
walk, you be slushing when you walk. When you go through the
No,
little
they're
machine.
like, how you got
For
so
me?
much? Why is that wine so black? Like,
or why you have so much
mouthwash.
sunblock.
Why
in
is
my-
why is this mouthwash white like this? Why is it, what is
Hey,
it?
that's on the Patreon, yo. The story that will be told and sold. We'll tell you the story. We'll tell you how to do it. But yeah, all I gotta say is the fam had about 3, maybe 4 gallons on. So yeah,
Man, I don't understand. I don't really understand how that equals out though, because like
What?
it's just like a lot of work. It's a lot.
it's
of
not
work.
a lot of work.
Man, you
No,
like
it's not.
okay? So you're buying liquor.
No. We're not gonna go through details. I'll tell you offline.
He
No,
said,
no,
he
no,
said,
no, no.
can't give away,
It's
can't give away
okay,
trade
yeah,
secrets.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah. It's not a lot of work.
I
It's
just
like
don't
5
get.
5 minutes per
I don't
bottle.
want. I don't want to do all that work.
I'm not even doing that.
Well, see, because
Yeah,
like I said,
I'm not even doing
I
that.
might not drink anything at all. So for me, it definitely would be worth
we,
it. But
we go hard. We're like, allegedly.
allegedly,
There was, and it's like
like
the
5,
last,
6
the
balls
last,
in, yeah.
the last one that I was on, and I think mostly with you all, I haven't even drank that much. Like there's when I was with my family, like I said, 3-4 gallons.
3-4 gallons.
Yeah, between all of us. I have a large family. But give me your top 3 cruise lines that you would go on.
I'm going to go last. I'm going to defer to.
He had the most experience.
Hey,
yeah.
I'll take
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Ben,
Mr.
tell us
30.
what you think.
Mr. 30.
They're dirty 30. I would say Celebrity by far was the pinnacle.
Now let me
Now
just.
there's a caveat to that. Now
You might-
Celebrity is not like a mind-blowingly exciting cruise. It is. So you know how we're talking about all different cruises have different
Strengths and-
vibes. and-
yeah,
right,
vibes, yeah.
So it's like a couples relaxing, just go with the flow,
Sell it.
type situation.
Word.
But if you're looking for like that club turn up, I am not gonna suggest that. You might want to
Virgin,
Yeah.
either Virgin,
Yeah.
which I haven't gone
Yeah.
on.
No.
We gotta go. We
No.
gotta book a Virgin.
We could do the Virgin. He's done the Virgin.
Yeah,
The
you
problem
done
with Virgin is the reason. What he told me about Virgin is
you
the
didn't
reason I
tell me
haven't
that
done-
you did a Virgin. Go
done
ahead.
I've
What's the
done a
problem with Virgin? Go ahead.
For me, the problem with Virgin is the selection of music.
So there was two things.
I like the funk.
Virgin was very diverse, and it's like no other cruise. So that's a good point, but sometimes it can be a little bit bad because like you'll be sitting there standing in the elevator, and then the elevator go boom, and like 2 dudes will just get on the elevator jock straps, and you'll be like,
Okay.
I'm sorry, like.
This is my floor.
Nah, it's super cool, but like I went to the.
He's like, but I wasn't ready. My mouth was open. I was like,
I went to the lingerie. We were going to the lingerie party, like everybody wears like lingerie, and yeah, dude was just like rocking the jock strap, like not even a full, like just regular old jock strap, just chilling. Like, hey, how's it going?
Banana hammock.
Yeah, the behind, yeah.
That's. I mean, hey.
Nothing wrong with
And
banana hammock.
that's not gonna happen on no other cruise.
Yeah. I mean,
So it was a lot. So you know how like you think about like an experience and you're like, oh my God, that's probably so hot if you could be in an experience where like it's all adults and everyone is in their negligees, but then like you get to it and you're like, oh, but they're like 60-year-old people in negligee.
Yeah.
So it was just like this. So it was some hot stuff going on, but it was a lot of other. It was sensory overload in a way. For me, I can't say everyone. Somebody else might like it.
but didn't you say like that? Because like I said, I always like DJ Irie. The dude who
Oh,
used to do
the DJ, yeah.
I like.
So no matter what song they played, like they would play like Juvenile, back that ass up. Everybody would get on the floor, and it would be like he would say like that one little chorus, and all of a sudden you hear.
So they turned everything to a freaking house
turned into
trance song.
Everything turned into
Techno.
Vegas. Yeah, Vegas like.
Yep.
And so that was kind of
escape
annoying
it.
because you
Yeah.
couldn't really
It's
even
like,
get
wait a
into
minute.
nothing.
That's not how the song goes.
Right. You know how I
Yeah.
feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Don't
didn't
mess
matter
with-
what song it was. If he throw them bows, he would mix stuff into
Throw
it.
them
One,
bows.
well, he would just mix something
They
into
throw
it.
Dude, throw them bows and technical.
Man, they were doing
Get the fuck out of here. Throw them bows.
All right.
Where did that? What that doesn't come in the song? So yeah, it was kind of one of those things where like it was a bunch of high notes on Virgin. Virgin was nice.
Okay.
But Virgin is also not for everybody. See,
Right.
So that's the thing. It's like you got to find your niche.
Yeah,
so like
that's
if I
what
was
they're
going out
specializing.
trying to enjoy myself, have a nice look, like the beds. Beds were semi comfortable. They were cool.
Hey, they weren't bloody.
Yeah.
And that's a
far as I
plus,
know.
ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I mean?
Doing
So-
good over here.
So I mean, you just got to know your niche, and I think like picking a cruise line has a lot to do with where you want to be and the environment you want to be around.
For mine, like I like Carnival.
I like Carnival. We had a
I
lot
had
of
a good time
fun.
with that.
We always do.
Yeah, it's just a matter of the ship that you pick or whatever. We've been on the 3 days. We've been on shit. Let me give you a
Okay, wait. So give us your
No,
last thing,
go
and
ahead,
we're
go
gonna
ahead,
jump
go
to
ahead.
we're gonna jump to
ahead.
E.
Yeah.
And
So anyway, Celebrity is by far number one, but entertainment for the DJ and stuff is just not popping. It's not a popping situation. Royal Caribbean is the best mixture. because if you got the bread to spend, you can get a little VIP love. The shows are nice,
Right.
and it just depends on the cruise. You almost got to go a little short on the Royal Caribbean situation.
Okay.
Because if you go too long, like people who really want to have fun, they can't go for 18 days or
It's
10
like
days.
being in Vegas for 5 days.
Yeah, you gotta,
much. You
yeah,
gotta
you
do
go,
3
yeah,
days,
you
and that's
go,
it.
you go, yeah, 3 days on the Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a party because
Yeah.
everybody could afford them 3 days. You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
do
But-
more than 3 days,
Yeah,
man.
but
It's
them
too long,
10
man.
days and them 10 and 9
man.
days, if you go to Aruba
The
and
demographic
Curacao,
changes significantly.
Yeah, things
Aruba,
change.
Curacao, yeah, we love
If
it.
you're going
We
deep
love it.
south, then you probably not gonna get the same party. So the
Gotcha.
short, and then I would probably say Virgins because the food is pretty good on Virgin.
The 80 is your jam.
ADC is my jam, because the normal cruise was okay. I had a good time. It was a wedding cruise. But the ADC, I mean, you can't top it. Because you want to be able to do stuff that you really like to do. And to me, like going to like just a cruise, I can't just go to like, I don't do like regular shows. So like I need to, I want to dance. I want to be around people that I know. So maybe if I only done one regular cruise, to be fair. So I can't.
Now,
can't
do you
say.
like Broadway, or do you like shows like that? Do you
I
ever
like
go?
some Broadway shows, but not just. I will have to pick it. Like I will have to. Be
Right,
okay,
right.
I wanna
I'm
see
selective
Chicago. I
about
wanna
one.
see that stuff. Like I'm, like when I go to like all inclusive resorts, like I almost never do the shows, because I'm like, I don't know. I think I want to choose a show. Like I really have to want to see the show to go see it.
Right. And see, I think that's the thing on Royal Caribbean, though, the quality of the shows is phenomenal. You know, the shows are just fantastic. Like they're the quality of off-Broadway shows, and, you know, it just depends. But you're not a big show guy. So E, what do you-
Magic shows. I love magic shows. I find
See, I
it
don't-
funny. I find it entertaining.
All right, Copperfield. I go to Vegas now and do the magic, so I don't.
One little thing about shows. There was shows on Royal Caribbean. I didn't even care. Like I saw Hairspray. I had no interest in seeing Hairspray, but they were
But
so
it was
good.
good.
Yes.
It was good.
That I was like, that was
me.
pretty straight.
It was good.
I had
Yup.
zero
It was
interest
like,
in
goddamn.
Hairspray.
Royal
but I
Caribbean
was like,
shows
yeah, it
are
was pretty
freaking-
good.
are
That was a good
smoking.
show.
Yep.
Okay, so
Did you?
so you know
what was
what I'm
that one
talking
show
about.
that with the comic book one with all the tech in it and the drones and stuff?
Yeah, the freaking drones. They had
Man.
drones. They had choreographed drones that were flying
Throughout the theater.
in sync with different colors or whatever, changing from one color to formulate
Man, that
some type
show
of
was
image.
bananas.
It was insane. That was the comic story, the superhero story.
Yeah, I can't remember what
Yeah,
the
that
It
was
was
when
like the
that
bootleg
was when
Marvel.
Cool
It's like a
B
Ven-
almost
yeah.
got into a fight. You and Cool B almost got into a fight with dude.
Look at
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Rico Suave getting in fights at the
Oh, boy.
Marvel
Man,
show.
okay. Now we're gonna talk about that at the very end, because that's kind of the one thing that not this particular incident so much as why it occurred and what I think is happening in cruise ships and why Celebrity will be higher up on my ratings than they would have been before. Because okay, so Lime, we got yours. What do you think? Who your top? What is your top choices and why?
My top choices are, I would say, I like Carnival. To be honest with you, I'll put them as I'll put them as number one, but it has to be the longer ones, not the shorter ones.
Specific. I
got a story for the shorter ones in second. Royal Caribbean is going to be number two. Beautiful ship, great experience. I don't like the a la carte everything. That kind of drives me crazy. Just like, you know, put it in my bill and not post but pre. Put it all in there and we're good.
So you know what you're paying for up front.
Exactly. And then I went on one Norwegian, and it wasn't that great. So it was okay.
What ship was
it was kind of boring. It was kind of boring. I don't know. I have to look it up. They call me every now and then. I'm like, nah, I'm not going back on one. Maybe that was the one experience, but shit was boring. I was like trying to find things to do. Like everything closed down early. So that was my experience.
Well, in terms of stories, I was just going to say cruise lines. I have a lot of stuff to happen on cruise ships, all entertaining. But I like, and what I'll say, so people can also think about this when they're picking a cruise. Whether you're going to go on a cruise line and just book a regular room, or you're going to spend the money for a suite or some kind of elevated room, makes a difference. If you're going to do that on Celebrity, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, kind of, those are going to be a big difference in what you get in your service. It's going to be a big difference in what you pay, but it's going to be a big difference. So to compare apples to apples, it's kind of difficult. But when I did Norwegian, we did the Norwegian Epic. We did the Haven. The Haven was amazing. It was one of the coolest rooms I've ever stayed at. The only one competing with that was the suite we stayed on Celebrity. But like, because it had a shower and a tub, because my sweetie likes to take her baths too.
Word.
But in Norwegian the Epic, we had a hot tub in the middle of our room.
Oh, nice.
Everything was wood grain. But then she reminds me what it cost per person, and then I go, oh yeah, that's right, we did pay significantly more. So the difference
sense.
is like we could have probably cruised that for like a couple of $1,000 a pop, $1,600-$1,800 a pop, and I think we paid like maybe $8 grand a person ish.
It was more.
Yeah, just
Ish.
chump change.
Yeah. So to compare apples to apples, I'm trying to be fair. I did like that Norwegian ship. They had some great shows on it. The comedians were great. But even if I wasn't in the Haven, my experience was better than yours, E, on Norwegian. I met some great people. We had a phenomenal white party. There are people I still stay in touch with that we went out dancing. Like, there was a little at the Latin place every night. We met some people that danced that we didn't know before, like from all over the place. This lady, a friend of mine, Donna, shout out to her. She's like 15, 20 years older than me, and I'm old. And she can groove her butt off. She dances ballroom and stuff. It's like she was there. So we met a bunch of great people that I stayed in touch with. We had a great time. So I really like Norwegian, and that particular situation, I haven't done enough of it. And I can't subtract out the fact that we were staying in a Haven suite, which just was phenomenal.
Nice.
Because like I said, with the Haven, you get your own elevator. You get a guy who comes and meets you at your room and takes you to the shows. So like you're like, hey, I want, and they have shows like the Blue Man Group or whatever is there, or like the Legend Hollywood or the Cirque show. Like they come and meet you and bring you to the show and sit you in the front. So there's some kind of cool perks. So I can't subtract that out. But I will say I really love Carnival, especially the long ones, like he said.
Right.
I loved Celebrity, and I love Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is just a different kind of gangster on its own. Like you said, if you have the money to do Royal Caribbean, because it's not the most expensive cruise out there, if you're just doing, it's
it
more.
Almost is. They got
I was about to say, how's it not
40,
the most
40,000 a person?
Yo,
okay, so
hurt my feelings like when I saw like
40,000.
the richest cities in the world, and New York was like number 27. This is back in 2001 when I was living in Jersey. I was like, it's 27 because New York is expensive as hell. But anyway,
okay, so. But if you want to do a Royal Caribbean gives you the most luxury for your money. The customer service is great. The food is good. I like the restaurants. I love the presentation. Wasn't the Royal Caribbean where we had Wonderland?
yeah. Great experience.
Yeah, I mean,
that shit was dope.
Yeah, I mean,
Put the pictures up.
we'll get you. Wonderland was bananas. Just such a cool experience.
Well
the
done.
Mad
I
Hatter.
like it. It was okay to me.
No, it was really good.
And
The-
the
the
food,
guy.
the
Who was
food,
the guy?
the
guy.
the Mad Hatter, baby.
Yeah, the Mad
Hatter.
Hatter. Oh, he was
the
good.
food was good. The presentation was amazing, and
Absolutely.
the experience was amazing.
The experience.
Yeah, the experience
Yes.
total.
You transformed into that
Oh yeah,
world.
I felt like I was in
Absolutely.
Wonderland.
Absolutely.
And then like you said, the characters.
Coming from a black guy, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, exactly. So that lets you know, level. So yeah, and also because I like to shop. Besides the celebrity experience, like we found, I picked up a Breitling that I've been wanting on the celebrity ship. But you can actually do that on Royal Caribbean has Central Park. I love it. It's
Yes.
like a little faux Central Park. We're in the middle of the ship.
Nice.
You have opening. It's outside. There's birds.
Very therapeutic.
You can go in the middle and listen to jazz. People play jazz. There's like a Tiffany's. There's all these. It's like you're in Central Park, but there's all this like really nice shopping around the outside. There are restaurants. You can go have dinner, and we could sit out. And it's like we're sitting out in Central Park.
Yes.
You can hear it. So that is just the larger Royal Caribbean ships, the Oasis class. They have that, and that is just phenomenal. I love that. It's not quite the Carnival level of turn up.
No.
But if you have the right people on there, like we with our little group, there's like Latin club. They'll play some nice R&B stuff where you can go and dance. So
They'll learn your name.
right, and they'll know. Yeah,
Hey, Tracy.
yeah. Yeah, man, that was great. So we had a good time, and so like I would have to say, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are probably top two. But I also have to send an honorable mention out to Norwegian, especially the Haven,
Nice.
and
Celebrity?
well, no, Celebrity and Royal
I already
Caribbean.
got that.
But I had to send a shout out
You don't
to
get
Carnival.
You don't get four, son.
To
You don't
Carnival-
get four.
to Carnival
you
and,
can't-
Doc, always trying to do more.
That's
That's right.
So he's
Carnival
trying to do more.
Carnival gotta
Overachiever,
go, bro.
overachiever.
Carnival gotta go. It's-
I'm not gonna kick them out. I would give the honorable mention to Carnival
over there.
and Norwegian, but
you
Royal
go.
Caribbean and Celebrity probably top two. Yeah.
There it
All
is.
right. With that said,
Hey, this has been our edition of Cruises. Hopefully you found it entertaining and funny. If not, hey, it's all good. Leave comments in it. Leave comments below. Hey, we'll catch you next time. Until then, this has been a Playbook. Later.
Peace.